Hey there, coaches. Good morning. It is Sanae Floyd here, business breakthrough coach and sales mentor. And this topic, very, very dear to my heart. We're going to be talking about niching and the three high level, I suppose, the most common niching mistakes that I see time and time again. And so you hear over and over, don't you, that you need to be clear, have really dialed in, get clear and specific on your niche and your ideal client. And every good business coach and mentor will tell you that. So what I want to talk about today are the major mistakes that I see that are most common when trying to find your niche and identify your ideal client avatar. And these mistakes are highly expensive, both in terms of time and money, and some may be potentially fatal to your coaching business. You know, I see many coaches who quit, they throw in the towel, they walk away because they couldn't make their business work, and they think they're just not good enough to be in the business of being in business, because no matter what they've tried, nothing seems to work. And this is devastating, and it's completely unnecessary. And I think it all hinges on these fatal mistakes around niching an ideal client avatar. So I'm just going to flag these three common mistakes as I see them, and then I'll go into a bit more detail after why they are mistakes. So initially, the first three mistakes are: the first one is you're seeking your answers to your niche and your ideal client externally. So what I mean by that is that perhaps you look at what other people are doing, what's working for them, and you're thinking, you know, I could do that. That looks fun. I could do that. So you're looking externally. You may be listening to what other people are telling you you might be good at. You know, you should do this. You'd be really good at that, based on your career history, or based on their opinion of you, or based on, you know, what they think of you. So that, again, that's an external source of information about your niche and your ideal client. What you may also be doing is looking at, right, my ideal client, who have I served before that I really enjoyed working with? And if you identify a few characteristics of the people that you most enjoyed working with, you kind of patchwork together an ideal client from those people. So all of those things are seeking your answers from external sources. So that's the first mistake. The second mistake is that you're choosing a niche based on what you perceive is likely to be most profitable. So a new client said to me only the other day that she worked with a coach some time ago who offered to help her nail her niche and craft her signature offer. Now, part of that process that this coach took her through was looking at what category of people are most likely to pay this certain amount for her coaching. And so she defined her niche and ideal client by this particular category of people that was identified as being most profitable. And ultimately, what happened after 16 weeks of coaching, my client walked away from that experience no further forward. She just wasn't feeling it. And this is so important. I'm alluding to the answer, but she just wasn't feeling it. And so she walked away after 16 weeks in this investment with having made no progress. Or except perhaps she knew more clearly who she didn't want to work with, which was this category of people. So that's the second mistake, trying to shoehorn yourself into a niche that you perceive is going to be profitable for you. The third mistake, and this is very common, and it may be just at some level you're resisting the process of narrowing your niche and specifying an ideal client because of fear. So on some level, you may be resisting dialing in too deeply because you know that what you can offer can help so many different people. And there's absolutely no doubting that that's true. So you may be worried that you're going to be leaving money on the table, so to speak, if you narrow your niche too specifically, too narrow, because there'll be all these other opportunities that will bypass you, that you'll have all these missed opportunities, so literally leaving money on the table. So those are the three kind of most common mistakes that I see when it comes to coaches really trying to make their business work and really trying to identify what is my niche and who is it that I'm here to serve. So what is it about these mistakes that are so devastating to your coaching business? So this is where I get really excited, because this is my thing. I'm so passionate about this. Your niche and your ideal client are not concepts that you create and step into. Not at all. Your niche and your ideal client are the ultimate embodiment of your passion and your purpose. Now, I know on some level you really know this, because when you started your coaching business, you tapped into that deeper part of you that really ignited your sense of purpose, right? That's why you took the risks you've taken. You feel this like alignment with a deeper sense of purpose. And every coach I speak to, and I feel exactly the same, says that helping others, using our gifts in such a powerful way is the ultimate in fulfillment. So when you think about your niche is that special something, your unique secret sauce, if you like, that thing that only you can do in the way that you do it. So when you tap into your true niche, as I call it, your true niche, that's when you're operating from your zone of genius. That's when you're able to deliver the most value for your ideal clients. Okay, so that's about being in alignment with what it is you're really here to do in the world, your unique sense of purpose, your unique gift. And it's aligned with that thing that it makes you feel most passionate. So moving to the next mistake, which is coming into the passion piece. The second mistake is that you're trying to shoehorn yourself into a niche that you perceive as profitable. And the idea here is that a niche, it's not the niche that is profitable. It's you make it profitable by virtue of your alignment and your state of consciousness, which is what I talked about yesterday. So, you can increase your income through expanding your consciousness and your self-identity around how much money you're able to call in and receive. But coming back to the niche, then, people buy people. So you make your niche profitable by virtue of how you show up and the messaging that you put out there. Because when you're aligned with your true niche, you infuse everything you do with your passion. And passion is an energy that moves mountains. And as Tony Robbins, one of my favorite quotes from Tony Robbins is, passion is the genesis of genius. So this is why you can see coaches in any field, be it health coaching, mindset coaching, confidence coaching, leadership, business coach, book coach, it doesn't matter. You can see coaches in any of those, in the various fields that are available, who are absolutely rocking it. And then there are those who are completely struggling in the same field. And by rocking it, I don't just mean earning tons of money either. I mean they're totally loving what they're doing every single day. So what's the difference between those who are rocking it in a particular field and the ones who are in the same field and yet struggling? Well, it's alignment with their true niche. It's that passionate energy. So this is really about clarity and an energy thing, when you have that crystal clarity in your true niche. So when you tap into your true niche, you tap into an energy source that is sustainable, and that means you're having more fun. And this is when you become unstoppable. And then just to address that final piece about the resistance piece, I know it feels really counterintuitive. And this was me really at the early days of my business. I knew what I can do can help so many people. And it feels really counterintuitive to drill down and become really specific in your ideal client avatar. But the point is, the more specific you are, the more people you call in, the more people will be attracted. The reason being is that everything you put out there is so on point, is so specific. Your messaging is on point. People begin to recognize you for what you do. And so not only do you attract those people who are exactly like your ideal client, who you'll also get referrals or recommendations because you make a name for yourself in that thing that you do, but you will also attract people who are like your ideal client because they recognize themselves in your messaging. Whereas when you are non-specific and you just throw stuff out there, speaking to anybody, that's when your messaging it's bland. It doesn't touch anybody at that depth of level, or that level of depth. So this is really, really important. So just to summarize, when you're thinking about what is my niche, what is my ideal client, you've got to go inward and source your answers from within, because this is about tapping into your true sense of passion and your purpose. And you can't get that from trying to like fit yourself into boxes or categories, or, you know, all of that from externally. So this, guys, is what I want to say to you. It's really about tapping into who you really are. That, again, just to kind of complete this message, is about aligning with who you really are authentically. Like, you were born with a gift. I believe this. I've experienced this time and time again with hundreds of clients that I've worked with. You were born with a gift. And so your purpose is to express that gift. And often that gift is being sharpened, is being honed through the struggles that you've experienced. So this is another way of finding out, what is it that I'm here to do? Look at where you've struggled in your life. Look at the themes, the commonalities, the things that weave those struggles together. You'll always find that your gift is in there. And this is how I help my clients. This is, you know, I dive into what is your story, and then we dig into what is the gift that you were born with, and that perhaps you started to dim that gift because you were taught that either it's too much or you felt that you were not enough. And so we've got to bring that back out. And then honestly, when you align yourself with that level of clarity and energy, that's when things absolutely change. It is a game changer. Okay, guys. So on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching. If you've got questions or comments, put them below. I always love to come back to you. And I'll also put a link to my calendar as well. If you feel this is a really big struggle for you, you really need to dial in and find what it is that you're here really to do, so you can infuse your messaging, infuse your offers, your business with this thing, your special sauce. Then I'll put a link to my schedule down below, so you can just connect with me and let's talk about how I can help you. Okay, guys, have an amazing rest of your day, and I shall speak to you all again soon. Bye for now.